Tonal whiplash might have been a writing term you heard from somewhere. Certain someone with a snobby critic tone said it, and now it's plaguing the minds of people everywhere. People don't like it when a character says a funny joke during a sad scene. People don't like it when a funny scene gets suddenly serious either. I don't know where the stigma came from. All I know is that it's baseless and unrealistic because life doesn't work like that. Look around you. Life is unpredictable. Tragedy comes from nowhere. It doesn't foreshadow itself like so many people want it to. Vice versa, funny moments are also sudden. It doesn't wait for you to finish moping around. It comes without warning and you're forced to burst out laughing. And sometimes, certain situations are even hard to distinguish between comedic and tragic. Tom and Jerry is full of violence, cries of pain, and life-threatening conflicts, but somehow the show is considered to be comedic in nature. And tone just isn't about the direction the creators want to take. It's about the characters in that scene and how they choose to act. The more radical characters there are, the chaotic the tone will become. Danganronpa is a prime example of that. Monokuma is the mastermind of a killing game, and no matter how sad you or certain characters feel about certain people being executed, Monokuma will laugh, make a variety of different jokes, and call certain emotional scenes to be boring. He's a psychopath. He wouldn't be putting teenagers in a killing game if he didn't enjoy it. And there are other characters like Hagakure and Toko who will say stupid shit because they're dumb. Toko specifically will make dirty jokes, and if you criticize her for being insensitive, she will double down on her jokes just to get under your skin. In the case of RWBY Volume 9, Ruby Rose is depressed over the events of Volume 8. She lost her best friend Penny, but more than that, her tendency to take the responsibility of everything that has happened on her shoulder and worry over things that she cannot change has taken over her mind. This mindset isn't shared by her teammates. Yang and Blake are sad about the things that happened, but they are still willing to forget about the past traumas because they have each other. They've grown feelings towards one another and currently they mean the world to one another. That doesn't mean that they don't care about Ruby, it just means that they don't share Ruby's worries or her despair. People aren't hive minds. It's true that certain people's sadness and depression could affect those that are around them, but that doesn't change the fact that people decide their own mentality. Even if the entire world is depressed, you could be happy, comedic, and energetic, and vice versa. Even if you want to stubbornly cling to this rule, you will eventually have to shift in moods. If you don't do that, then you might face some serious health issues. If you're sad, depressed, and mopey all the time, you'll probably develop a stomach cancer. If you laugh hysterically all the time, you might run out of breath and die. In life, nothing ever stays stagnant. I had family members and friends dying, but the sadness only lasts for a couple of days at best, and we move on. And even in fiction, no show remains in the same tone ever. Even shows like Attack on Titan, which people usually agree is pretty dark, has quite a few episodes where the characters are cracking jokes and messing around. Jean and Eren fighting one another over nonsense because they feel like it that way. It doesn't matter how many bad things happen in the past or will happen in the future. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, FMA Brotherhood, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, you name it. All of them have a variety of different tones because it's tiring and straight up impossible to stay in one tone. People just have a really bad tendency to get attached to certain emotions or start to strongly prefer one mental state over the other. The result is people forcing themselves to act one way when deep inside they feel the opposite, forcing themselves to be cheerful when they otherwise will be sad, forcing themselves to be serious when otherwise they want to be playful. They also complain about their favorite media not reflecting the way they feel and will feel in a similar situation. This isn't me trying to propose a new writing rule and beliefs. This is me advising you all to stop believing in rules in general. Stop thinking that this snobby guy online made a highly edited video saying this has to be the truth. You don't need other people telling you what is good and bad about fiction, what is good and bad about life. You yourself know your feelings more than anyone else.
俺はシモンだ。神名の兄貴じゃない。俺は俺だ。穴掘りシモンだ。